Thank you very much, Nimrod, and the entire team from our media. I'm happy to see that you are following us closely as we came to inspect the project, Thwake Dam project. You know, it's one of our biggest dams. I came here today with my ministry team at ministry headquarters, and I want to confirm that this is a Ministry of Water, Sanitation and Irrigation project in terms of management, in terms of implementation from the headquarters, and the water secretary is the one that has been following with the implementation task, and Engineer Unyango, who is here. I'm happy that we are joined by the County of Makueni, His Excellency the Governor. We have our Tanathi Chairperson Regina Daboki. We have Mheshimiwa hapa, Mheshimiwa Susan. We have the Senator of Makueni County, Dan Manso rafiki yangu, and the entire team here, because there were reports that work is not happening. I thought that I should be getting congratulations also, that at least there is very good progress. I want to confirm that our schedule for completion is 2024, next year February. Once in a while, there may be good reasons to extend completion construction period. This particular project, of course, was started before COVID, and that's 2018. And just as we started, then COVID came in. So we had to slow down the work. So we lost time. We've been trying to recover lost time. And of course, with COVID, there was the financial implication and, funding challenges. And therefore, when I took over as the Minister for Water, Sanitation and Irrigation, one of the first sites I was able to visit our project is this one, and I'm reminded that I came here in December, and I was still accompanied by the governor. I want to thank the governor of Makueni, because he's following this is like a baby pet project, because they need water for the three counties, Machakos, Makueni, and Kitui counties. They need this water, and therefore they have assured me of support for any local issues or any other political issues, that we work without politicizing the project. It's a good project with domestic water component, irrigation component, and the power component, those three. What we are doing now at the moment is the dam. The dam embankment where we are studying will go up to 80.5 meters to give us over 680 million cubic meters of water, volume the total. That's a huge amount of water. And then but initially we designed at 77.5. So we have had a change by way of height of this embankment. At the top there will be a road as per the design. But of course, the water will be on this side. And then there is a component for the water treatment plant. That is a separate project, but to enable this one to work. And then there will be the pipeline for delivering the water, transmitting the water to the counties. And then, of course, we shall think of and work with the county governments for those three counties of how to reticulate. So I'm happy, but we've had teething problems. Sometimes, of course, running out of funds. I am advised by the managers of this project, that is China Gezuba, they are the owners of the contract, that sometimes they need roughly between 400 to 500 million shillings per month or per week, per month, because of the huge number of workers, transportation vehicles, and materials, especially this specific now site where we are standing. We are now at maybe 50 something meters, and we will go up another maybe 30 meters to achieve the height we're looking for. So yeah, let's support this project. The ministry is looking at this as a priority project for purposes of reservoir, and you know that we also have another long huge ambition to do 100 dams over and above this one and those that are complete, but 100 dams under PPP. The two components that I have talked about, that is the water treatment plant and the pipeline, shall be, or the water treatment plant, we have already put it out as one of the PPP projects, and it is part of the call for expression of interest. We have people who have expressed interest to take up those two projects, because after the completion of this and clearing all these activities you are seeing, this dam will require, to be conservative, will require maybe 1.5 to 2 years to fill to capacity. In the meantime, we are working on our designs. They are ready, and now we are looking at sourcing for funds for those two critical components to make this dam available, the water available for the people. We are funded by ADB Bank, and they have been working with us together with the GOK, and yeah, that's where we are. Thank you.
Thank you.
Inspection is storing. I have already sent a message to the workers not to be sending false alarms. Sometimes as you process the payments and challenges of releases, it is possible that you can go maybe 2-3 weeks, but in the normal working schedules, we shouldn't pull out workers and activities, but we are on course. Thank you.
Was it woman to looks? Is this
yes, I'm here with my water sector engineer, Rima. 86% of the embankment, the dam, is done. We are remaining the 14%. But you see, there are those other jobs around the dam that also will move together. By next year, all those issues, going by our schedule, we should be able to have this complete as we now pick up those other two components.
Can you then confirm that by February next year, this dam will be operational? Even if
no, I said it is our schedule. It's our scheduled completion date is actually 6th of February. But I think that looking at the remaining work, maybe not a technical assessor, because I'm not a technical person in terms of the construction, I think we will do our best. We have agreed on a work plan so that supervision from my office will be on every 2 weeks, and we shall join in the governor in terms of conversation so that they can also help us to send the necessary information every month, at least one meeting, virtual or physical. I will come here more or less every 1 month to ensure that we are keeping our schedules, but there will be a very tight time frame for purposes of completion by February. If we were to seek extension, it would be because of technical issues that held us back, and that is normally also something that is available. So I don't think anybody should be alarmed that this project may not end next year. We plan to finish next year. Where we are not able, we will work towards an extension that is reasonable, as we know that we had a delay by reason of COVID.
Waziri, the contractor has scaled down tremendously.
Yes, I said funding.
1,500 staff who are not on ground right now. We understand they're only 100. Can you tell us why the reason that is? Is it because of funding? And if it's funding, is it because ministry hasn't dispersed funding to the company?
I don't want Lily to go that route, Nimrod. This project is on course. This project is fully funded. And I said that the casuals who we employ here sometimes may not have resilience in terms of staying a month before they are paid. So when there is a delay, instead of causing distress to workers, sometimes the contractor is forced to ask them to maybe take some short leave, a week or 2 weeks, and therefore the scaling down is due to reasons of delayed funding. Not that the payment actually is by ADB. What we normally do, and let's not have a confusion. What we normally do is to give a certificate to confirm the work done and ready for payment, and then we take it to the bank that is paying. So for now, we are expecting actually there will be a payment in the next maybe maximum 1 week. It's being processed, and I want to believe that in the next maybe 1 week we'll be back on in full course.
Yeah. Can you tell us about the relationship between China Gazuga and your ministry, for instance? Even as we look around here today, not many of the contractor workers are here.
I think I have answered that question. I don't know what you are looking for, Nimrod. Please take my assurance and to the public that this project has no disruption. A delay, it is normal this size of a project to have a 1 week off or 2 weeks off. The relationship between myself and the ministry is excellent.
The reason I ask that question is whether
let me first answer. The relationship is excellent. I have actually met the president of China Gazuba Group. So there is no controversy between the contractor and the ministry, unless that you may advise.
The reason why we ask is so that we understand whether there are challenges in terms of how you interact with China Gazuga, because one would imagine that with your visit, they would be here, they'll be able to interact with us as well.
No, they are working. They are still doing important work. They cannot send, the Gazuba is here, the manager is here, and the teams, the office teams, but they cannot come if they don't have funds yet. They are organizing, and they have assured me that they will be back maybe in another maybe 7 days maximum.
When the
come back here after 7 days.
Okay. My final question is that you know that this company has been taken to court before because of non-payment and issues with subcontractors. Do you think these issues will delay the project in itself? And would you want to expedite and deal with these issues that are in court?
I'm aware of that case, and without prejudicing the results of the case, because it's in court. It is one of the things that happen. There is a dispute between a subcontractor and a contractor. Has nothing to do with the ministry. So that is their own relationship, and I believe that the subcontractor or the main contractor, China Gazuba, will be able to deal with it either by settlement or by processing it through the court. The case is in the Court of Appeal, and I'm aware of the case. I would say that I also know about the facts, and it is right for China Gazuba to go on appeal against that case or against the judgment.
Are you concerned that such issues could also bring a strain in government and even ADB, for instance?
No, why? Court disputes are legal processes. I don't expect that there will be a dispute because ADB is funding, is not party to the case. And while they may have a concern that there is an issue arising, but they also understand how the payments have been coming. And you know what? Where we have a problem, the government is the owner of the job. We will deal with those as they arise. I can assure you, government has capacity to deal with those, and those are very small issues. I mean, a dispute of about even $1 billion or 500 million for a project of 36 billion is nothing we should dwell on, really. And I will not allow those to be part of the problems for this project to continue.
Final question.
Yeah.
I know Gazuba is doing, this project has 3, there is talk of new contracts.
I said the other 2 phases are under procurement. In fact, 1 phase is under procurement, that's the treatment plant under the PPP. They are not necessarily the ones doing it. But if they apply and they succeed, that's an open procurement process. They would still get, assuming the procurement processes allow them to get. I don't do the procurement myself, but we have teams under the ministry I'm not even sure they have applied, to be very honest. We are waiting, we are working on those documentation. Yeah. Direction that those two components, for us to be able to move faster, should be given to different contractors so that they can run simultaneously. Yeah.
But the delay here will obviously cause a delay.
No, it will not. It will not. The delay here, we are not waiting to complete. We've already worked on the designs, preliminary designs. The delay here will not necessarily affect those others. In fact, our concern is that they might finish before we start the other work. You understand? Yeah. Once I am able to mobilize the resources, those two components will run.
Can you give us figures, please? How much the government has spent so far, and how much has come from ADB?
I think you can look for me another time, but the project is valued at 36 billion shillings.
Not 82.
No, maybe those other components. Those ones we haven't finished because there is no contract. So I don't want figures that are not verified. And you can only speak about figures. You can speak about estimates, but figures are only confirmed and verified after you have negotiated with authority of treasury, approval of cabinet, and there is nothing that has happened about that. So there are no figures that I can give you, but for this one, it's a 36 billion project. Yeah.